A buffalo hunter calls on his ancestor's spirit to help him in his day's search for game. He is an Azande, a member of one of the largest tribes in Africa. He lives in a country that is fertile but cursed by disease, malaria, sleeping sickness, and dysentery. But for the Azande, their most common danger is witchcraft that may blight their crops, spoil the hunting, cause sickness, or even death. In the 19th century, Zande kings and princes created an empire that covered the heart of Africa, spreading from the tropical rainforests of the Congo to the grasslands of the Southern Sudan. Decimated by the slave trade and broken by European colonial powers, the Azande sank into obscurity. In this remote setting, the Azande retain a complex system of practices that they use in solving the problems of everyday life, a system of magic, oracles, and witchcraft. Alongside these rituals, in churches and clearings in the bush, the Azande practice a more recent form of worship, Christianity. Christianity offers an alternative to their traditional magical practices, but has not replaced them. The two systems appear to conflict, but for the Azande, Christianity does not provide the same practical solutions to problems such as adultery, failure in the hunt, or even toothache, as do their witchcraft beliefs.
When I was a child, there were no Christians. There were very few. Now, practically, they are all Christians. Even though it is a common...
Father Jerome is the local Catholic priest, but he admits he is probably the only Zande in his parish, Christian or otherwise, who does not in times of trouble turn to witchcraft, magic, and sorcery.
They go to service. They go to service. But there are other things which are difficult for them to observe. So, for instance, for monogamy, they are mostly polygamists now. And witchcraft is the belief of all the Zande everywhere. Any illness is caused by somebody, by an evil eye, which is caused by something which is invisible inside the person. Of course, they don't think that everybody is having this invisible power of mangu.
Mangu is the Azande word for the essence of witchcraft. The Azande believe that mangu can be inherited. If a man or member of his family suffers illness or misfortune, witchcraft may be blamed. To find out who or what is behind the witchcraft, the Azande resort to one of the various oracles, devices which, when consulted, will reveal the truth. Magic can then be used to cure the ill. So at times of misfortune, an Azande doesn't turn to his priest for help, but to a more traditional authority, such as the local chief. A man like Chief Zorro, grandson of the last Zande king Gubudwi, still maintains a court in the old style. With the aid of his own police force, he dispenses justice. Even in civil cases, he tries to get at the facts by using such traditional methods as magic, divination, and oracles. Chief Zorro is about to hear an accusation of adultery. The man leading the way into the courthouse is Gingiti, who has accused his wife of committing adultery with a neighbor, Bukuyo, the man following him into the hut. Bukuyo's wife is next in line, and lastly comes Gingiti's wife, Gume, who denies the charge of infidelity leveled against her by her husband. Among the Azande, adultery is one of the most frequent crimes to be heard and judged by the chiefs. In the past, a chief like Zorro had the power of life and death over his subjects, and an adulterer was often executed for his crime. Today, the process by which the chief discovers the truth remains the same, although the punishment is more lenient. First to give evidence is the wronged husband, Gingiti.
Ipananga budemana linamale yuliki ko kumbalinga buku. Anukara rapera gugu. Gili ragu kitejire gili na du korona likin bali bali kanduko. Ja boku yulu ka gei kana patata na itapata. Kabara kin ye kulikin ya. Upana mangara na jari na takana patana ja boku ikati. Kirugene yobale uneka yimone. Kana bali tunaka zako kini ako muna vinga jaboro mu ya mwimini imuti akuimingale che kurana ya kubali che kaga kukuko che dubaira cha tari chini wo mi bali na ke kono dubiani na manga o cha dun kini wo
buku yo ma vidiako buku yo ma ndusa diako diaro yetini kabiro
nanja manga shatunga mirala la kitagira biso
muni pe kwa
mirala la kitagira biso bajini for John buko kini yena na gizaza safari kwa kini yana bilena bajini for che ala tuna kambira ala jako kini ye yoguli na mana for daily bajini gina jakini ye kini ka jara ni ana jabo dun ko ne iza katuna pata de boy kata ko shado
ma nunga sadete
ya no sadete
ma nunga sadete da gini giti ga pana nge gine ma ndu tini kubuku yoyo
me nunga ndu kubuku yo nikene gwari kini jibaga kini ya me anduka gigi ulitana kwa kwira ki ukafari mekimbulie ki ukobole mekimbulie fo ani nani na raporo kini daduli fo dali liye yango kisa na hete line ye kini ya na bia module ni nara na kumbai pa kumbai ya makura kuliro gini he muni ke ka jaji mo purani para si jijiri ngodu ni basa kini ye waliriyo nare bole be kini ye waliriyo nare likini gwari seseri sakota iza cheka zako cheho kukini kachigine che kini zakaga wo cha Dubai ra
motiamo ma vinga kote
mi aranga na kote
mugumba kupale ngbembi ka wadwa de we gini liwi mwani uri hiwi mwani mu ijipolisa uri sa mukifunguni dagirire
ako
ma nunga sekte manengo ta funguni naam wa tononi kare ka pono hore ma nunga sekte.
Chief Sorrow has passed the problem of deciding the truth to Benge, a scarce and expensive poison with a strychnine base. It is used in the most important and trustworthy of Zande oracles. Representatives are appointed for Bakoyo and Gume to consult the Benge operator who administers the poison to chickens. The operator will ask the chickens whether Bakoyo did in fact sleep with the wife of Gingiti. Whether the chickens live or die will determine the truth. The ritually proper preparations for the use of Benge take some days, so until then the accused, Bakoyo and Gume, are kept together in a prison hut on Sorrow's compound. There they will work for the chief until judgment has been passed. Although Benge is the most important oracle, it is not the only one available to the Azande, nor are oracles used only in court cases. The Zande have a whole series of oracles they can consult to find out the who, why, and what of any troublesome occurrence. The Azande have no concept of bad luck. There is no such thing as a pure accident. Something made it happen, the most common cause being witchcraft. If an individual can find out who is bewitching him, he can then persuade the witch to stop and so prevent further misfortune. The person he accuses may be quite unaware of the harm he or she is alleged to be doing, for among the Azande you can be a witch without knowing it. While the adulterers wait for Benge to be consulted, an example of the whole system could be seen in action at a homestead near Zorro's court. Zachariah Banda, a farmer, is trying to find out the cause of the illness that has been afflicting the elder of his two wives. He knows medicine can treat the illness. What he is trying to find out is who or what is causing it. The first step in his investigation is to consult Dagpa, the termite oracle. This inexpensive and simple form of oracle is consulted at dusk. Banda pushes two special sticks into a hole in a termite mound. Whilst inserting the sticks, he puts a simple question to the termites, asking them to inform him the following morning whether his wife's illness is likely to be fatal or not. Which stick the termites choose to eat will answer Banda's question. If they eat one stick, it means his wife will live. If they eat the other, his wife will die. Banda must now wait for the morning to see what answer the termite oracle will give. Banda suspects the illness is being caused by witchcraft, and since witchcraft is thought to be most effective over short distances, his second wife is the most likely suspect.
Kaza donego gupana dumbata urufogulina kapaya manga gaboro mara kono kasoro katipa basi gugu na ane anabafa iwa abafa iwa kinji kana kucha aboro in pape fuyo kini yawa ono gupana manga giwina mune gupare iba yawa kucha chikizi ndikiji gani mekivwe wacha dumbata
gatin bangba kuchili zilidi kizilidi gunanduna legi mite tungegi miati odu me nangoti nika me nango guvule yote gweduyo me bingoti
kachamanga kindi po mikina kono kasana biate tipa kundale na kupana ka soraka maybe go bari men because me na people chefa ga me aburu ndiko dokon me na pefuko Siripaya. Me abaki ama guda dole gupana mangari. Ya da kafiye behe. A urpo gura wore ka wuri zaridu. Ya kinga bete payori siripaya.
The termite oracle has told Banda his wife is in no immediate danger. But as something of a do-it-yourself method, it lacks prestige. So it's normal to check the termite's verdict with another oracle, the Iwa, or rubbing board, operated by a specialist. Like the termites, the rubbing board offers only yes-no answers. Whether the two pieces of wood stick together or slide against each other gives the operator the answer.
Aki ya joro nina wakaline kapi.
Gwa do chana ni ga
Ana alinga nalite. Mugi. Misalo waha kina mangu duna mangali yake.
Me ape ko perifa ya mango pa ka do ka tinsin ka pa ya mangal bele ya.
Ake bango. Katinsi ake. Katinsi.
Gure do pa ho ure pa ya ka mangali.
Ya go kulali do ko banili pa ya ka mangali. Liki agumini kini kadia kana kumbali pukenga gima bangu akagana ni kukuye mugi liki dukanga balongo lyalme loguru dwalme kukita gano ni dukana kulikanga bangu amuyidinga kukulu kudama muyidinga zile kwa gabili be zalidi
wile ne na wili we wile ne ka gagba pa ne ka chikunga pa
ya yili na gakle yeba
ko banga wati pa ada ko poro bogbo sino na ade ona kala sa na yake bukula.
The two oracles have now told Banda that his wife will not die. For her to recover, Banda needs to find the person who is causing the illness and persuade that person to cleanse herself of any mangu or witchcraft. The most authoritative oracle that Banda could consult is Benge, the poison oracle, the same oracle that is being prepared for use in the adultery case. Banda puts his question to an operator who gives the poison to chickens to discover who has bewitched his first wife. His first question is put in such a way that if the chicken dies, the second wife is the witch. If it lives, then someone else is responsible.
Benge ya kombanga banda. Jidi yako, mwenye mbulima. Gana Rwanda. Gulike ni jiye, liko kimbuli ambuli kigaga kwa gomeli. Guliko kijiguli nga mikilina. Benge muge kusili kazati neseli. Kini mangili na agwa na pagwe benge muge migukandale ngawa tayo.
Ayo baba.
Benga ulibangwa lineka himo na Rwanda benge mugeta gukandoleza gakangba yakiyo mwenu ni na rakolo ulibangwa galipato jile balkanani zo udel pakoteli sana Rwanda benge mugeta gukandoleza gakangba ubulambira sako daza ukwali mindulu kunayo kokoleko ya uni bili bengalime benge mukushakanda zile gudele bengi barungele bengi mugeta gukandoleza gakangba.
Banda has established who the witch is. He takes the opportunity to clear up other problems linked to his wife's illness. He first asks Benge whether he should divorce his second wife, since she has caused all the trouble. The death of a second chicken tells him that divorce would be pointless. Finally, Banda asks what action his second wife must take to help the first wife recover. The chicken lives, telling Banda that his second wife must purify herself. These results are now taken to Chief Zorro to add his approval to the findings of Benge. After consulting all three oracles, Banda now knows his first wife will live and that it is the witchcraft present in his second wife that is causing the illness. To re-establish harmony in Banda's household, Zorro sends a policeman to supervise the purification of the witchcraft.
Ini sorka benja ku bekono gwayo nga padia Zakaria nga giringa nanjwe kumbata yo fuo ikini sorka benjeri benje kini mikono kutiro tingogu ajani atinuya miye nani foro mvuime tipoli wembiko benje mikono kana kutiro kyangu kaze na mungalire mudu na mungali na tingogu nikene ule mbutukawe na dungane mbagwanga pati ngamo tugeme kivue tipoli tipakwa roduri kumba kwali
Nandu katwe kavue na imana bati dunya furati ngo nandu katwe ne kavue.
By spitting water, the second wife shows that she is begging the witchcraft in her belly to become inactive, to cool down. The evidence of Benge has shown that she is using witchcraft, although the Zande accept she might be doing so unconsciously. Invariably, the person who is accused will protest that he or she is unaware of trying to harm anyone, but of course will spit water to cure the evil. Zande believe the water must be spat sincerely for it to be of use.
Nobody said do here in here. Vleo do ako me do koy ku bitimo because bitimo do me ngo gupado ko. Me hinango gupado bangire ku chili. Kamba dule himinga tini ku chili. Kamin kaya yantini na poli wogure ame vui me ovu me mangi apa yovu kinu ku chili do yo. Ngia mangule do. Tizali dikinale me. Atinge mi do. Ne yeyo kai zuboli. Tizali dikinale me kutili. Me inangoti. Inango kupado da bali nalite. Ana panga nani ate. Na pamba tana bodroni kaimu.
Wago obuli konda ambili bali.
Benge nimbuli.
Nimbili benge kuvunio kia mangu yo. Bali kanuka imo kuvulule. Nduko mga kubole niti. We ya gwari leki di benge ni uka kumbwenio ni putani mwena ingani ki die kambira odunduko. Kuvunio akumba kini lukulini. Kishimweni kumbo wa gukole potobeko. Longo du yeka asadani nani. Longo du ikindi ya kutipu pa kondo. Kidu adwe we ni soro kamba taki ya benge ngamo. Ane mahena. Benge kiyan iki kwa di pupa kondo kini dua. O yeka asanano ni. Ini shimano iki aforo mugbari kanduka mo. Mugbari teke wele kapaya mangaro mukida mogule iye mwe. Iki shimano belewe iki aforo munuka mogule. Mukida mogule. Nga guboro na ikakura. Iki shimani bele nikida mogule. Iki shimani belewe bishwe nikite sungo kumba kini ni sungo awuru potole. Kukini kura kugiko yoli. Kini nani potole na bwa. Ni basa gukumbale kakwa gunga bebenge wo munebie na akondo ikini yako gukumbale muneji gupa kutikole muneka fubaso fuko bororo wakunde boti bege budu abele gwa pa budu azasi adu na peforo.
Today, Bengay is used only on chickens, not people, but for the Azande it is still the best way of arriving at the truth. In the adultery case, the accused, Bakuyo and Gume, denied the charges, so it was to Bengay that Chief Zorro turned to establish the facts.
Benge ya kumbanga bukuyo. Koze kigule kipipa chija gene gichi. Yo uli mali gunda nga gome. Benge mujete gukondoleza gakangba. Ya tikangba kango bwa fasa. Du bapiyo duzo benge mugemi gukondola. Zile ga kupata mu bulahana sawa daza ukwali mundulu kuna kokoleko ya uli mbuli bengali mechilia bukuyo na gome kukungba pa yape kutiyele ge panga ata benge mujezale kuchikondo.
Koro guli kusana.
Koro guli na guli tele kana boro gome. Uli mali gundo. Kuora patili kiza kigile kidibuli kiboli ko kukidinduko kiboli benge mugete gukondoleza gakangba zile.
The chicken is dead. The oracle has proved adultery did take place. Chief Zorro will reconvene his court, and the evidence of Bengay will be presented to him for judgment to be passed.
Bazile. Aboro mwangaru kine fogwa aboro ya puta ben na soro ka kutio. Nipo. Aire bali rusaguli na ngenga aire bali ali kirukusai. Abakumba kirukina kumba taika afupu pa kondo.
After several days, Chief Zorro, hearing that the poison oracle had given a verdict, reconvened the court. The two accused of adultery, Bakoyo and Gume, are brought forward to hear from Zorro's sub-chief the results of his consultation with the oracle.
kuya na fungu kwa tupatie kilikiti ya undu tipoli bengi mikondo wa lunga tipoli tego kondo kulu ndwa nyana kupate benge iki duguli kondo lakini ya bokoti kukibabe kauli iki manginga ponen bege tina kondo ako bayral ko wajanga ja bengi kimi kondo iki dugulu kiawe gukonde kile uni kwekina na benge.
But for the verdict to be fair, a second sub-chief had represented the accused woman, Gume, and asked the oracle on her behalf whether the first chicken was correct.
Yes, Ginamba. Ikipamiatio, Benga Gen Mikondo. Ziledo, Wilipayanga ate, Nima Podogingo Kusayo. Quara Ringonani, Benga Mikondo, Ziledo, Benga Mikondo Kuchiko Mangade. Pungo Benga Duna Papa Zonzo, Adumagene Chipaya. Chiko Shikondo Chain Fogu, Niki Buari Kuchiko. Ziledo, Lira Ringonako, Kiruka Kumbombo, Frani Nagbia, Benga Genkin Kondo. But I'll keep for a Furukana.
Muyeke bairangwanga mote bairangwanga longo dwa petoro mu video kini kiti wa bengine mikondo kutiro
Mga chiwa mi bengi kutira chipkono kurana dugana ba
oni mangi badi nani mu mangi badi nako
Kana bala.
mwenye mwenye ini kuna pa maora ani zero ni uwe tipata gini kitiwa oni ipia muka idani kinegulo gole kamia seli manga ani kinegulo go kuchironi benge na kushiatia mijiro fugini giti na yongo nga shitagini tipadi yako wakwafu longo du kwa ima batasa kia kamike dingolo kubomu manga babaye na adi yako ijiro na adi wishitayo longo du ulikisungu atigali kinane na rame ila mugia gini giti munga kangutini Yongo do ikakula nikamba kitumo pogwa kondole na ben.
Yes.
Tamana halme nikale anga mutende poene kini ya imbugumbugo forole.
Yes.
Alas wasara gini odudu be.
Yes.
Gunyesi. Gudenga guli naji kukumbalile ngo do ani betesiri ligati be. Bambika mo eziki narongo. Zilenga akaike ngo forole. Mukurutiamu.
The threat of adultery is a very real one for chiefs like Zorro, since they have many wives, sometimes as many as 40.
Ani ini go ina rane angara budwe na adia anga pai kanyame boro duane belibete kwa die kiduki na ngbeli koni sako gipambo sorago yeduki gipo budwe na bodu rogu paenga kwa idanga boro vidia boro wogu kumani wilitere kukiashi apaya ashe wakamini ashe afugini gitire kuyimigu boro imotindire.
Older Azande, like Zorro, will, when possible, still use traditional practices, not only to assess the truth, but also to explain such everyday problems as why a hunt fails.
Go urago bole du hane gine hane na burfuru ani ka mona nganda nzunzu ya pie kita ye sambo so gine wo guru epile kini zaka ndo andu bole be koyore ni base pie kina biata
Gumwe mi ya rogo sidu
gitule gitule
anti ya seki kona
sidu
Andrea and his fellow hunters have attempted 6 times in the past 4 weeks to kill the wild pigs that have been ravaging their crops, and have so far failed to catch any. They are having one last go before trying to discover what has caused this lack of success. Their nets are erected, and whilst one group of hunters beats the bush to frighten the animals towards the nets, Andrea waits silently with his spear to kill the fleeing animals. Once again, the hunt fails as the animals flee in the wrong direction.
Kuini gupaye hino kana para. Kuini gupaye hino kana para. Meta mangaratini, meta kabiratini, amechibaliati ka kurakura. Gu binjare mi niko ina nga marko bogozu.
Tatanga jitera kasuvura mangu giliyo imina nine kamanga hani anaka ina ira mauka anane anaka ba ku imeyo kimbili metie na bodu ngavu dembudu nuko gubori kambira nga imetie ya alikishini ga ira mangu kedunga ira mauka kambira imetie ni kisuka na vuko onija ani savura mina mekono kaula gbana kika kumogiri moyo mina foni me gini nya dure mina je ngakoro etimbalo mi digini ngakoro eni suje vura anaka sono ni alme anaka sono ni alme baya wo wuri de wuri ba
Marco, the witch doctor, acts here as yet another form of oracle. Like the termites, rubbing board, or poison oracles, he can, through his dancing and his questions, diagnose the influences that have caused Andrea's misfortune. Since any Zandi can be a witch, no one present can feel sure that Marco will not point him out as the culprit. But in this instance, he has decided that the cause of the trouble is not witchcraft. He has seen that social relations between the sub-chief Andrea and his subjects are strained. He suggests a treatment. If Andrea were to act more generously towards his neighbors, the hunters would once again be successful.
Atagwanga chote ni dana toki ndani. Atagwanga fo tandi. Before kindi. Ipengo dwa platini. Bana munga. Obonga vote. Agume onanye repia. Mbaba amwe. Koda ngwa brandi. Mandi ya noni be. Ngaro ni kuyikubwa. Agume ka ngombo kutikaje. Ngombo na kutikanya nyanya. Ngombo nyuma kutonya. Kote kango.
The specialist has diagnosed the complaint and proposed a cure. Andrea and his fellow hunters will follow Marco's advice with every hope of success. But should Andrea fail to kill the pig, then the fault will not lie with Marco or the system of divination, but with additional influences affecting Andrea, such as the presence of a film crew, or someone not having observed the correct preparations before the rituals began. Marco, the witch doctor, also performs other rituals. He is a Christian, and like most Zandi Christians, he is happy to embrace the new, but sees no need to reject the old practices, like witchcraft, especially when they work.
ono mbiko shina tani du yangi nani mbikala tuna babali genete ya tamanga ambada tikini manga manga kini mangile ngamanga tinya a kai mai gu pamini gumbale ni yake wa mini gumba ale ba na kuragba yebika na kangba mbiko timya mato na mbata kamanga ha me mangena nani ngolungo
makwa ngabbo
boy ombule nani ba batika nani ngolungo kami tija batishimo ya mikitu na vule fo buba ikize kaje batishimo fo tuni abule akize kugulu sete mina manga ngambalo ngasura kamanga fo bulu wene ikini muje ana abodu nduko ngakritano ina bayo waba ina mposo kabenya soloka ina mogu inga pamanga ngogu mbuli aidanga yeji batishimo kile gitiana gatipaha.
Marco, the witch doctor, and Zorro, the chief, both believe that obedience to traditional practices is important for keeping order. The young are less certain. As the power of the chiefs has waned, they have become more licentious and feckless in their ways. Joseph, for example, is only 16 years old. He already has one wife in Zaire, but with the meager income he derives from his plot of land and sporadic hunting, he cannot afford to bring her to the Sudan. He consoles himself by attending pombos. The preparations for these ceremonies that mark the end of mourning for a dead relative take upwards of a week. These once hallowed institutions have become for the young an occasion for a good time, where strong spirits and beer flow freely and the chances for illicit affairs are increased. Last year, at a pombo like this, Joseph met another girl, Atonita. She has just given birth to his baby daughter. So the young man, with barely enough to keep himself, has to pay compensation to the parents of the girl, raise enough money to marry her, and still find the sum necessary to bring his first wife from her parents' house in Zaire. None of these pressures will keep him away from getting the most out of a pombo. The man who is giving the celebrations warns his young guests to behave.
Deka pepa froni toni ngame waneka tunaka dogi gberere wale kabulingo na baso na sambe na ngbondo keimo boronania ani dogi gberere zezeredi ani nga tiponyo made kwentere ani yeke ka dogbere bike gine miko kupangame waburo ke bi borona jakureni nine keimo borokusa gureka siangangaya ado kina gbere zeredi kuti girarago aniki ndute kurogani abugureka siafudanga borobole kumakamanyo izini na dungwa tibia mabruk ale do kagbeta kuborone kichigani aname.
The pombo goes on all night, with most guests arriving only after dark. When it's over, Joseph must return to the reality of his complex life. At the homestead of his girlfriend, his week-old child and her 15-year-old mother are waiting inside her hut to leave it for the first time since the birth. Before this first venture to the outside world, she listens to the advice of her mother.
Nipete kwali inige kama savyanga pobudete wamina pe foro ya pobudete nambambo ne savyanga polite ikira budai ikira ha ipa ikira gudebe wa ikira gudebe murugo chironani be ombo gudebe gudena mangaboro kine pio mboli kiunde nini kibangeta kamusavyanga panadia.
Atonita and her baby pass beneath a magic arch to undergo a purification ritual, supervised by the midwife who delivered the child. Around the baby's neck and arms are items of magical protection. Both Joseph and his young girlfriend accept that magic and witchcraft are important forces that need to be respected by following the correct rituals. And so, like all other Azande mothers and fathers, they help their baby enter the world by purifying her in smoke.
Kini tumbo chigaga na jikwali koyo. Nasamba mtumbo akono bobi. Chigaga.
Oni jili nda. Oni fungali kono.
When the baby has been purified sufficiently, she is taken away to be washed with water and herbs. Zandi women do much of the work in the fields, as will Atanita if Joseph does manage to raise the rest of the money needed to complete his marriage to her.
Ani sunguna wa udwa kubani na kubabuba kupamea mekora fumbali chininga na disono matali tema fala nikembuli nikitiri ina banda fogo gude wakaibanda kinagwe nganzeme bamumungi wa nzeme ukasende bero ma wega nganzeme te ba wana dumba tani edegude chigani kini sono kumba ke dekansana he tiparani kumba ni fumara ani kisungumbata gudoge garare degude chigani kumbo ni atega sana he tipani niki mapie mu kumbo ni guni duno gude niki maduno gude fo duni na gude tere kina kunani o gude ni duwa ka mboli undani tipami adu na ngbadule mikia mia manga wamboli kini katabe kokulile liza kabata kabangi tavungu mbatana adu ya ni jirani chigani ani kisungu kiye kama ngahe analani kimwenja he abuda he kini gashiro na ni sawu kukumba moyo mukini nduko sunga kugudeni ka jaro nga de uli kumbamu mo gbende bakende awugo posio akondo abuda aboruki yedu kambira ha ga ilisana muni gashiro na he wosi adumbata gara narani chigani wa na sona
Many of the older generation of Azande believe, like Atanita's mother and Chief Zorro, that the morals and attitudes of the young have declined and decayed because of a comparable decline in Zande traditional beliefs and behavior. They blame modern government rather than the church for this development. Although the teachings of the church conflict with Zande beliefs in witchcraft and magic, older Zandes approve of the code of behavior that priests like Father Jerome preach to his congregation, even if that code is largely ignored by Joseph's generation. The young attend and enjoy the services, but express astonishment that a man like Father Jerome doesn't have wives or mistresses, and that despite being an Azande, he doesn't believe in the powers of witchcraft. In the past, the region in which a household was situated determined whether a family became Protestant or Catholic. Under the British authorities, Zande land was divided into spheres of influence between the different missionary groups. The Nandi region of Father Jerome came under the Verona Fathers, and as a result, practically everyone living here today is Catholic. The mixture of Catholic rituals with Zande music and words has given the services their own unique Azande identity. But Father Jerome admits that he still has a long struggle before his preachings overcome his congregation's deeply rooted faith in magic, witchcraft, and divination, since for many of them these practices provide practical answers to everyday problems in a way the church does not. Failure in the hunt, inexplicable illness, disputed evidence in cases of adultery are all examples of problems to which Father Jerome has no direct solution. He claims that he is, however, making some progress, but the Azande use of magic and oracles, he believes, will only disappear when his rural followers have access to better education, like their fellow Azande in the towns. Father Jerome will continue to preach against magical practices, and even traditionalists like Chief Zorro are not entirely unsympathetic.
Ngo dabora fuli mwenga kina kwa Cristiano do kini zungati ya tipa benge ga benge pa kinga te kina gugbinzara ni ne ni ga benge pa ani ni sungu na ni bikabirani ka soro ko pani na biara itigo munape pa fuyo itiyo ya vurumbali mbali kina gunga ga benge pa sina ga go katiri ya soro ya batanga benge te ka benge vula ye taba ingbe ya nyenga bule sikia